Good morning, greetings, and happy Tuesday, my classroom family. It's me, Miss Duffy, and today is the second day of the week, which is Monday, Tuesday. That's right, it's SEL Tuesday. And on this SEL Tuesday, I'm going to bring a very human lesson because I'm feeling like poop. Yes, I said it. I said poop. If I were in class, this would be the classroom day. This would be the type of classroom. This would be the type of day in our classroom where I'd probably have the lights off. And the reason is because I am dealing with a very large headache. It kind of started yesterday, and I can tell that it's gonna be here for a while. So here's my point. Even when there are situations, circumstances, or things that are happening to you that you can't control, kind of like the quarantine right now, there are things that you can control. And I want to make sure that I am doing my best to let you know that sometimes we just have to be flexible, and you know this. Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm not going to stop the video because, oh, they're fighting over food. Even though they don't know there's a whole bowl right over, oh, Chihuahua, look at this. Look at this. There's a whole bowl of food right here that's less than probably 5 feet away from them, and they're fighting over a bowl. A bowl. This is, why don't you just take this bowl here? Anyhow, we're just going to commit to it. Yeah, here she comes. Now they're going to fight more. Anyhow, look, here's my point. I'm feeling poopies, and I know that there has to be some people at home, you even, grandmas and grandpas, moms and dads, tias and tios, that probably can relate with this, who feel poopy. And the thing is, it's perfectly okay to feel poopy. Whatever reason you got right now, or whatever the reason is that you're feeling poopy, feel poopy. It's perfectly okay to feel poopy, because sometimes there are things in our world, physical pain, headaches, viruses that are forcing us to, not forcing us, but we're doing the things that we need to, but we can't control the things that are happening around us, right? So here's my point. Let me zero in, because I could be here all day. On this day, you need to remember the attitude of gratitude. You need to remember the things that you are thankful for, even if it feels like, Miss Duffy, there's nothing I'm thankful for. This is the worst situation. How could you be thankful for? You have a headache and this, and your back hurts, and yeah, I know. Because sometimes the world feels so big and so heavy, and the things that are happening to us, happening around us, you think it's only happening to me, right? And it's not. It's happening to everybody. So everybody is probably feeling the way you're feeling, but sometimes people just don't share it. So here's the thing. Let me zero back in. My dogs are barking, so I apologize. With the attitude of gratitude, right? You have to remember that sometimes you have to look for the things that you appreciate, that you feel thankful for. Even if it feels like, oh, this is horrible, and this is the skies are gray and blah, 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 blah. Sometimes you have to look for the sunshine. So here's things that I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for videos. I'm thankful for YouTube. I'm thankful because I know that somebody on the other end of this video is laughing right now. I know that. I know that somebody in this video is remembering how nice it is to be in our classroom together, okay? So, I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful that I'm home, safe and sound. I'm thankful that we're still finding creative ways to be connected at this time. I'm thankful that I have 2 dogs that are probably going to start fighting in less than, 20 seconds, because Nala's just, nope, that was like 5 seconds. Anyhow, I'm thankful that I adopted a puppy horse the day before the world went on quarantine. I'm thankful that my husband didn't kick me out. I'm thankful. I'm thankful to be your teacher. All right, so I've been rambling for 5 minutes. So let's get on to it, Miss Duffy. All right. All right, guys, pardon me. I'm going to read one of my favorite books, and if there's somebody at home who recognizes this cover just from this orange book and this pair of shoes, you are an amazing thinking partner, because here's the thing. This book, I believe it or not, I believe this book is from my childhood. And let me look at it. Yes, this book was published in 1972. So, anyhow, I'm just going to keep on moving. We're not even going to touch that one. This is, since I'm feeling grumpy and a little bit even grumpier since my dogs are fighting each other right now, this is my favorite book, and I'm looking for the title page. Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. Kind of like the day I am choosing to not have. All right, here we go. Okay, this is our SEL message for today. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on the skateboard, and by mistake, I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running, and I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. All right, think about this. Why did I pick this book today? At breakfast, Anthony found a Corvette Stingray kit in his breakfast cereal, and Nick found a junior undercover agent code ring in his breakfast cereal box. But in my breakfast cereal box, all I found was breakfast cereal. I think I'll move to Australia. How do you think he's feeling? His brothers find awesome things, and all you find in your cereal box is just cereal. In the carpool, Mrs. Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window too. I said I was being scrunched. I said I was being smushed. I said if I don't get a seat by the window, I am going to be car sick. No one even answered. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At school, Mrs. Dixon liked Paul's picture of the sailboat better than my picture of the invisible castle. At singing time, she said I sang too loud. At counting time, she said I left out 16. Who needs 16? I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Who can relate? Who can relate with this day that he's having? I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his friend anymore. He said that Philip Parker was his best friend, and that Albert Moyo was his next best friend, and that I was his third best friend. I hope you sit on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get a double-decker strawberry ice cream cone, the ice cream part falls off the cone part and lands in Australia. It's not a very nice thing to wish for someone, but I can relate. There were 2 cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunch bag, and Albert got a Hershey bar with almonds, and Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll that had little coconut sprinkles on the top. Guess whose mother forgot to put in a dessert? It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Sure do enjoy these illustrations, right? So these are the illustrations, the pictures. And how can you tell that these are, how do you know that these are drawings and illustrations and not photos? Think about that, right? Photos are real. That's what it was, because after school, my mom took us all to the dentist, and Dr. Fields found a cavity just in me. Come back next week and I'll fix it, said Dr. Fields. Next week, I said, I'm going to Australia. On the way downstairs, the elevator door closed on my foot, and while we were waiting for my mom to go get the car, Anthony made me fall where it was muddy, and then I started crying because of the mud. Because of the mud, Nick said I was a crybaby, and it's a lot of stuff happening to this guy, man. Poor Alexander. While, sorry guys, this just reminds me of my childhood. And while I was punching Nick for saying crybaby, my mom came back with the car and scolded me for being muddy and fighting. I am having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I told everybody. No one even answered. Who's had that experience where you have brothers or sisters, or maybe you have cousins, or somebody in your family is giving you a rough time, and you know you've just had enough, and you finally start to do something back to that person, and then all of a sudden here comes, yes, we know that somebody's walking past the window. Hey, Nala, I'm gonna use my water gun. Psh, psh, psh. Great, the water gun squirts in 2 different directions. Anyhow, my point is that you're the person who gets caught, right? So, anyhow, Nala, yeah. So then we went to the shoe store to buy some sneakers. Anthony chose white ones with blue stripes. Nick chose red ones with white stripes. I chose blue ones with red stripes, but then the shoe man said, we're all sold out. They made me buy plain old white ones. They can't make me wear them. When we picked up my dad at his office, he said I couldn't play with his copying machine, but I forgot. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk, and I was careful as I could be, except for my elbow. He also said don't fool around with his phone, but I think I called Australia. My dad said please don't pick him up anymore. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. We're almost there, guys. There were lima beans for dinner, and I hate lima beans. There was kissing on TV, and I hate kissing. My bath was too hot. I got soap in my eyes. My marble went down the drain, and I had to wear my railroad train pajamas. I hate my railroad train pajamas. I think his pajamas look pretty cute, to be honest. When I went to bed, Nick took back the pillow. He said I could keep the Mickey Mouse nightlight, but let me start over. I am reading way too fast. When I went to bed, Nick took back the pillow. He said I could keep, and the Mickey Mouse nightlight burned out, and I bit my tongue. The cat wants to sleep with Anthony, not with me. It has been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. My mom says that some days are like that. Mom sounds like a pretty smart lady. Even in Australia. It's okay to have a bad day. It's okay to think that things are just not going to get better, because here's the promise. They are. They do. It's temporary. That moment you're feeling, and how much I just want to strangle my dogs right now, it's temporary, and it's going to pass. So here's my point. If you wake up and you feel poopy, feel poopy. Feel poopy. But don't get lost in feeling poopy. Decide that you're going to feel poopy, and then decide that you're going to get out of that feeling poopy. Okay? So here's my point. In these 14 minutes that I've just made this video, I already feel better, because I know that I'm connecting with somebody on the other end, and I know I'm not alone. So even though that I'm Miss Duffy and her horrible, let's see, let's make this into Miss Duffy. What does it say? Miss Duffy and the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I don't feel like that anymore. I feel pretty good already. I feel that I'm making the choice to know that the things that I can control are what's important. So on this SEL Tuesday, practice the attitude of gratitude, even if it's something teeny tiny. Like, man, I sure am thankful that I have you, right? And that's not tiny. That's huge. That's huge. Something tiny would be something small. I have flip-flops on, and I really like them. I think they're cute. That's something I could be grateful for. I could be thankful for, I don't know, that I like this color of dry erase marker, or that I have fresh kombucha to drink, or that I still have Bath and Body Spray to wear. You guys, these are little things, right? But something bigger, that we're home safe, that we're, I could just keep rambling all day. So I'm sure you get the point. Thank you, Mr. Brian, for taking it away from Nola. Anyhow, okay. So on this SEL Tuesday, I'm going to stop rambling. I hope you enjoyed Alexander, the horrible, terrible, no good, very bad day. Be grateful for things. Practice the attitude of gratitude. Here it is one more time. Please know I miss you. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Until next time, ta-ta for now.